one of the things you'll see with this amp is that if I start throwing just basically a little distortion on it, on that clean channel, gives you a nice tone. So you really can use this with some of your favorite pedals, and one of the things I love about it is just that dynamic range of it. You really get some amazing separation on this amp of each string. And I love, you know, you get those big power chords. See a lot of Paul Gilbert do those. And anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you. Just the fact that it really gives you that ability to use that clean channel in that way and rock it. Now I'm going to switch over to the lead channel. And one of the things you're going to find with this amp, it is quiet. I would have no idea that I'm on that distortion. And right now I got it around 10, and this amp goes up to 22 as a thing. And I've cranked it all the way up, and it's still quiet. And I can give you a real good view of that. Still quiet. Little hum, but man, very little in my eyes, you know. When I look at my 333, and even with the noise gate, a lot more. Different amps, a very high gain amp, the 333. Love that amp. But I just always wanted that little extra cut that comes with that little British sound, and this amp has it. So how I'm going to use this amp, really, is I got this thing back to about, like I said, 10 on that distortion sound. And I will use an overdrive pedal, probably a 2-screamer. I'm actually using the Behringer Vintage Tube Overdrive, which is the TO 800 on this, and I won that from the Tone King and the Behringer giveaway, so I just wanted to thank you for it. Great pedal, to do a review on that. Man, has the, for the value, pretty amazing. But I'm going to use that for my leads, bringing it over a little bit on top, and things like that with this amp head. It doesn't need the overdrive, I could use it that way. But I like being able to roll back the volume. I like being able to have a lot of those concepts. But one of the things that really got me with this is the quietness. Now, again, on this channel, you hear the string. Really awesome. I mean, I just love that big ringing British tone. You know, you start playing any of your 80s favorites, and I'm not saying this is just an 80s amp, it's pretty widespread, but I am that type of guy, as I said earlier, and you start really starting to see, you know, you start getting into your songs, you know, you go. It just starts really driving you into it. You start playing these songs and you're like, wow, there's the sound. We've heard it so many years on tape, so that's the good part. One of the things I'm going to add to that is just to show you that I'm also using the Digitech RP1, which is one of my favorite toys out there. And this is pretty much straight, this is direct right through the amp, so nothing through it. But I have it hooked up with the four cable method. And one of the things I did is, one of the models in here is the JCM 900. And the JCM 900 is basically what this amp is, and that's a hot rodded version of the 800. But that was out there, the famous JCM 800s. They just had a little more gain, a little more scenario. So one of the things I'll show you real quick, I have this in already on this loop here, but this is the unit. And what I want to do, yes, this is modeled, so it's not a pure JCM 900, but you get the tone quality. So as an example, really do get to hear that, basically, that JCM 900. But then again, you'll see right there, it sounds like the model JCM 900, and that's what it's supposed to be like. So one of the great things I'm finding in this amp is you can really find those nice tones that you're used to love hearing. Again, I like using it. I'm starting to find myself, maybe it's age, rolling back distortion a lot. And with that being said, I want to have it for my leads, but on my rhythms, I'm wanting that, you know, that nice. So I want to hear those chords as more as I'm going. So I am using the overdrive pedal, and you can even see when I throw the overdrive pedal on, not too much extra noise. So, you know, allows me to get into these. And really nice, you know, if I play that lick without it. The good thing about that, you can even hear on that overdrive pedal, it works like the tube screamer. It doesn't color the sound, just enhances, gives it more harmonics. So again, you know, just, you know, playing. Really get you into those. Really gives you those screaming leads, and really love that fact of the amp. So just to give a little bit more the versatility of it, you know, here we are still in that lead channel. You know, if I back it off a lot, has that real nice characteristic to it. And one of the things I also am doing is, you know, going back on my effects a little bit, but going back to that clean channel. Really getting that bluesy tone. A little mistakes there, but a little, a little bluesy tone, and just a. I could be doing this all day, and I probably will be. But one of the things I wanted to share with you again is just this amp. Give you a little extra things on it. Just a power standby. There is a clean and a lead channel. The equalizer is a bass, mid, and treb, and a presence for both channels. So that's the one thing I wish they were kind of dedicated after each channel, but that's okay. I can live with that. And then there's a master and a reverb for both channels. Has in your basically your line in, line outs in the back. You could run it to another power amp. Nice aspect of it. Can run dual cabinets, single cabinets. Really a rocking thing. So I'm a fan of Bugera. They can keep putting out every type of amp they want out there, and I'll keep buying them because you know what? I'd rather pay that and get the awesome tone. These are tone machines. When I say tone machines, this is the fact that it's just pure amp and sound. And that's what I want, and they're giving it to me. So I got my, basically my Marshall if you want to call it that. I got my, basically, I don't know, they say it's a JCX. I don't really see that. I also had a triple X. I don't see that either, but amazing amp, the 333. You've probably seen some of my other videos on it. Hey, I'm looking for that triple rec out there, so that's going to be another awesome amp that's going to come off the Meza Boogie line. So, just wanted to share the video. I hope it helps you in your decisions and thought process. Great amp. Keep rocking.